Hey everyone, and welcome to the Grammar Magic House. I'm your grammar magician, and oh boy, do we have a challenge for you today. It's the Noun Challenge. Get ready, because together, we're going to learn some amazing new spells and become true grammar master magicians.
So, what do you say? Have you got your magic wands ready? Your thinking caps on? Are you ready to become a grammar master magician? Yes? I knew it. Okay, let's start our first magic lesson.
Okay, so every great magician has to know the basic rules of magic, right? Well, our biggest, most important rule for today is all about two types of nouns, countable and uncountable. It's actually super simple. Countable nouns are just things you can count, like 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. Easy. But uncountable nouns are things you just can't count one by one, like water. It would be silly to say 1 water, 2 waters, wouldn't it? So that's our first big secret.
And now it's time for our very first challenge. Welcome to Level 1, the counting spells. This is where we learn the special magic words we need to talk about all those countable and uncountable things. Let's do this. Okay, for question 1, our first magic spell is many. We use many for things we can count, like these yummy biscuits. You can count them, so you say many biscuits. But now look at question 2. You can't count every tiny little grain of salt, can you? No way. So for that, we use the magic spell much. You say much salt. Here's a little trick for you. If you can't add an S to the end of a word, the magic spell you need is probably much. See? Easy. Let's move on to questions 3 and 4. Our next spells are a few and a little. Think of a few as a smaller version of many. We use it for countable things, like a few sausages. 1, 2, 3 sausages. And for uncountable things, especially liquids, we use the spell a little. So, for question 4, you'd have a little soup in your bowl. It's the perfect spell for when you just have a small amount of something. All right, question 5. Here's another powerful spell for countable things. Several. It's great for when you have several apples. It means you have more than a few, but not like a giant mountain of them. And for question 6. Remember our much spell? Well, it works for sugar too. Just like salt, you can't count every tiny piece, so we say much sugar. You're getting the hang of this. Okay, now listen closely. I'm about to teach you a super secret wizard's trick. For questions 7 and 8, the sentence itself gives you a magic clue. Look, the word is tells you that you need an uncountable noun, like in the soil is. But if you see the word are, that's a clue you need a countable noun that's plural, like in the leaves are. It's like having a built-in spell checker. How cool is that? Let's try that trick again on question 9. Do you see the magic clue? It's are. There are. That means we need something we can count. A parrot has lots of colorful feathers we can count. And for our last question in this level, number 10, honey is sticky and runny, right? It's a liquid, so it's uncountable. That means we need our spell a little. And just like that, you've mastered the counting spells. Level 1 is complete. Wow, amazing work, magicians! But the noun challenge isn't over yet. Welcome to Level 2, Word Choice Magic. Ooh! In this level, the magic is hidden in the story of the sentence. We have to be detectives and look for clues to cast the right spell. Let's look at question 1. The magic clue here is the word thirsty. If you're thirsty, what do you need? You need water, of course. Now for number 2. The clue is watching. You can't watch a radio, and you read a newspaper, so you must be watching television. See? The clues are hiding right there in the story. For question 3, the secret word is pair. A pair means two things that always go together, like a pair of chopsticks. Perfect. And in question 4, if the magic spell says you need to sweeten your tea, what's the magic ingredient that makes things sweet? That's right, it's sugar. You guys are pros at this. Okay, for number 5, just think about it. What do we keep in the refrigerator to keep it nice and fresh before we cook it? Raw meat! Exactly! And for number 6, what do we call a person who rides a bicycle? A cyclist! That was some super simple word magic. Moving on to question 7. For a really special celebration, like Chinese New Year, you don't just wear normal clothes, you wear a festive costume. And for question 8, to stop all that water from splashing onto the floor when you're in the shower, you just need to close the shower curtains. You are all brilliant magicians. We are almost at the finish line. Question 9. What do we call all the people who ride on a bus? They're called passengers.
And for our final enchantment, question 10. What do you wear around your neck to keep warm? A scarf, of course. You did it! You completed level 2!
Woohoo! Congratulations! You have officially completed the noun challenge. But you know, a true magician always reviews their spells to make them even more powerful. So it's time for the Grand Magic Review. Let's add all of today's awesome lessons to our magic spell book so we never forget them. So remember, for countable nouns like apples and biscuits, we use the spells many, a few, or several. For uncountable nouns like water and sugar, we use much or a little. And never forget our secret wizard's tricks. Look for those clues like is and are, and always read the whole story of the sentence to find the answer.
So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to the two types of noun magic. You've got countable magic for all the things you can count, one by one, like apples, and you've got uncountable magic for all the stuff you can't, like water. If you can master this one big difference, you will be an absolutely unstoppable grammar wizard.
And with that, your training is complete. You faced the noun challenge, and you won. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Congratulations! You are now all official Noun Master Magicians. Keep practicing your amazing spells, and I'll see you next time right here in the Grammar Magic House. Bye-bye!